Witajcie kochani w kolejnym odcinku Hogwartu. Niestety nie pokażę wam na tym odcinku naszego czaru na latarkę, ale nie zmieniłem tego. Okej, zacznijmy od misji na zielarstwo. Musimy ją na szybko ogarnąć. Pani zielarka wygląda zupełnie jak każda pani od plastyki. Też tak myślicie?
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Dzień dobry.
Oh, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bone. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as
O,
the
mandragora,
mandrake.
zupełnie o której mówiłem w poprzednim odcinku.
Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Nie działa.
Quickly, place your mandrake in the new pot and pat down the soil. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about
Okej,
that.
czyli zajęcia z chemii muszą być przyjemne.
Sure, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now
Okej,
for
pani
our
nauczycielka
next
chciała nam
task,
zrobić
we'll be
krzywdę.
planting dittany at our pot.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You've visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see
Okej,
how to
czyli
balance
musimy
my
zasadzić nasze
starfish
zioła.
management. Niffler's fancy.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Liście tego zioła leczniczego są używane w eliksirze Wiggenowym. Nasiona deptamu można kupić w magicznej rzepie. Może być uprawiany w donicach różnych rozmiarów. Okej.
Well
Mamy to.
done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that.
Dziękuję, koleżanko.
What say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you.
Okej,
Come
czyli
back and see me
poznajemy...
when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Czyli poznajemy trzeciego kolegę. Zapewne to będzie Ravenclaw.
Hello. Saw you on your way to
Gryffindor.
Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Czemu tak to działa?
Nice
Przecież
work
mam
in
koleżankę z
defense against the dark
Gryffindora.
arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well,
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping. Go on. Grab a few. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Okej. Nie Y. Chciałem kliknąć T. Nie tutaj? Wróć.
Look
Tak?
at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year
Okej.
to keep the gnomes out. Did say
Nie było
they would do
tematu.
gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course, you're, not someone to be trifled with. I see that. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Bardzo delikatnego kolegę, że tak to lekko nazwę. Takich nie lubię, taki nie będzie moim bliższym znajomym.
With that helpful reminder
Siemanko.
as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Ja też. Na razie
Magical plants have so
Robimy
much
wszystkie.
to offer. I'm eager to
wszystkie
learn more.
dialogi no
I'm
dobrze.
glad.
Przynajmniej z nauczycielami.
Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
No okej, proszę pani. Przemyślę to.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
Okej. To się da zrobić.
You can't imagine how inconvenient.
Jest trochę biegania, ale miejmy nadzieję, że szybko to ogarniemy. Podobało mi się. Przez drzwi. I teraz do głównego wyjścia i znowu pewnie będziemy musieli telepatytać z nim. Już pewnie będzie za 400 metrów. Okej, także jesteśmy na miejscu naszej koleżanki.
It
Co
is
chcesz
good to
powiedzieć?
see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
I've
Nie
never met
pamiętam.
Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Dzięki, mordeczko.
What's going on here?
Co tam jest? Zobaczmy.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Okej, dobra, od razu.
Incendio!
Nie w ciebie. Babłaza. Już mi się podoba.
I'll watch the light
Czyżby
go
to jakiś
out of your
boss?
eyes.
Jesteś pewna, że chcesz tego? W części przewodnika poświęconej kolekcjom znalazł się nowy typ wroga. Znajdziesz tam cenne informacje o przeciwnikach, np. ich podatności na działanie niektórych zaklęć. Okej, nie wiem czasu.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Jak było?
Leviosa!
That's just the beginning.
Nie mam czasu, mordo.
Incendio!
Łatwo.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Okej, kim jesteś?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Tak, to jest dobry.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin, gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor, hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and I shall have you know. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has its symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Czyli mamy jeszcze za nią.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground.
Revelio.
Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Okej. Czyli musimy wziąć tą malwę. Wait, gdzie ona jest? Nie to. Wróć, tu jest nadir. Okej, myślałem, że na kolumnach mam to zrobić.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these piles.
Może trzeba je podpalić?
Incendio.
Nie.
Levioso.
Nie. Rozwiąż migłówkę. Mało co widać. Okej, są 3. Czy coś tu jeszcze będzie?
Conjuring fire might work. These are pyres after all.
Incendio.
Tak myślałem od
The
samego
flames
początku.
make the pyre sink.
Okej, co dalej?
Yes, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Reparo. Revelio.
Okej. Pani badaczko?
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow suit, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Dziękuję, koleżanko.
And do be
Było
careful
fajnie.
out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and...
No to szybko wracamy do Hogwartu. Misja. Co dalej? Eliksiry. I mapa. Możemy się chyba teleportować. Czyżbyśmy nie mogli? Nie no, powinniśmy móc. Okej, tak to się robi. I teleport. Okej, już ogarnąłem. Przynajmniej teraz nie będziemy musieli chodzić. Zostawiam wam kapustę, bawcie się dobrze.
Shouldn't there be Aurors or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Przesunąć proszę, przesunąć, przejście. No okej, przekimaliśmy się na podłodze. Tak więc zacznijmy naukę.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Point for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own.
O, ja bardzo chętnie potki mi się kończą.
You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Namieszane, eliksir ogarnięty.
I see
Panie
most of you have
profesorze.
not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Nie no, panie, talent.
Proficiency in potions are too...
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the...
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere.
Nie będziemy kolegami.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather, as you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could grab it for me.
I don't know,
Nie ma
Gareth.
opcji.
I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
Nie lubimy
I
Gryffindora.
understand. I'll sort something else out.
Nie musimy się ze wszystkimi kumplować. W sklepie Borgina i Burksa dochodzi do zwiększonej aktywności poza zwyczajowymi godzinami pracy. Szczególnie bardzo wczesnym rankiem, gdy na tyły sklepu docierają podejrzane dostawy. W oparciu o posiadaną wiedzę na temat reputacji sklepu zwiększamy liczbę aurorów. Jaka będzie obserwować ten przybytek? Wyznaczono ciebie do tego zadania. Oczekuj na dalsze rozkazy. Okej. Możemy ci jeszcze coś powinąć?
A well-prepared witch or wizard always... Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
Okej. Myślałem, że to będzie trudniejsze.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah!
Cudowne dziecko. Brawo, mordeczko.
What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Dobrze ci, tak? Mamy eliksir.
I brewed an Edurus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today. I confess I was skeptical, given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now,
Okay.
I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. Will be all.
Skroił się kolega, że powitaliśmy piórko.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Professor Sharp must have learned a lot during his time as an Auror. I wish he talked about it more.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek.
Okej, otwórz dziennik misji. Dobra.
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldrick Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic.
Jeszcze raz poproszę tą misję, bo nie przeczytałem. Portret z naszego wspólnego pokoju chce z tobą pomówić. To Eldrick Diggory. Kiedyś był chyba ministrem magii. Okej. To lecimy do pana portretu.
Handy resource indeed.
Nie jest daleko, pójdziemy z buta. Nie będę się tak teleportował po tej szkole. Dopóki nie ma takiej wyraźnej potrzeby, to za ładnie tutaj jest, żeby tak sobie zawijać się co chwilę. To jest zagadka na tym moście zapewne. Przy następnej okazji podejrzewam, że spróbujemy ją rozwiązać. Chociaż jeżeli jest w takim miejscu, to raczej nie daje niczego porządnego. Szybciej, szybciej biegnij.
Hey, it's me, Gareth. You have a moment.
Tak, co chcesz.
Were you calling me, Gareth?
I was hoping you might want to redeem yourself for not having brought me that fupa feather and potions.
Nie chcę. Nie będziemy kumplami.
I have an idea for a fizzing Whizbee-inspired beverage, but I'm missing a key ingredient.
Where do you find time for this and your homework?
I've plenty of time for both. Been managing for years. So, I suspect the key ingredient in fizzing Whizbees is dried billywig stings. I heard there's a store of them in Honeyduke's cellar. I'd get them myself, but my Aunt Matilda has her eye on me. Thinks I need to focus on potions class for a while, not for my own brews. I was hoping you could follow a secret passage to Honeyduke's cellar and grab a few dried billywig stings for me.
I don't know, Gareth. Secret passage to a cellar. Sounds like it's off limits.
Not at all. It's a perfectly legitimate secret passage. I'd use it if I could. The passage is hidden behind the statue of a one-eyed witch in the third floor corridor. Just tap it with your wand and say, Descendium.
Couldn't you have someone buy the dried billywig stings?
They're not for sale, and you never know when the cellar's going to be locked. So, the reliable way in and out is through the secret entrance.
I'll see what I can do.
Niech będzie.
Fair enough. You shall be the first one to taste my newest brew if you can be of help. Perhaps I can convince a meat to help me with my potions homework. Get my aunt to loosen her reins a bit.
I'll need to get those dried billywig stings for Gareth if he's to finish his latest concoction. A one-eyed witch statue shouldn't be too hard to find. This looks like the right statue. Now, what was the password?
Posąg jednookiej czarownicy. Tutaj. Descendium.
Descendium!
Jak nazwać? Nie chciałem robić tej misji, ale dobra.
Who knew this was all down here?
Zapewne będzie tu dużo przeciwników.
Must be how I get down. Looks broken though.
4. Tak myślałem. Okej.
That seems to have done the trick.
I zobaczmy, co będzie na dole.
Incendio.
To był głupi pomysł. Mogłem przypadkiem spalić windę.
This castle will never cease to surprise me.
Rzeczy na eliksir mogą się przydać, chociaż potencjalnie raczej będę używał różdżki niż płynów. Okej, tutaj co mamy?
Trap. How am I supposed to get out of here?
Accio. Revelio.
Okej. Dalej nie rozumiem. No ale podejrzewam, że później to się może wyjaśnić.
Incendio.
Nie chciałem tutaj, ale dobra. Powiedzmy, że trafiłem. Czekaj, nie, tędy chyba przyszedłem. Tak, tędy przyszedłem. Czyli muszę naprawić to jakby przejście dziwne. Tylko jeszcze nie mam pomysłu jak.
Reparo.
To nie będzie reparo.
Incendio. Levioso.
A, okej. Czyli po prostu wystarczyło to podnieść.
I'm going to have to get past this.
Levioso. Reparo. Levioso.
Okej, fajne to.
Incendio.
To musimy spalić.
Reparo.
Okej, tu nie ma przejścia.
More to go and I'll make it across.
To.
Levioso.
Something is getting in the way of that platform.
Levioso.
Okej, wydaje mi się, że zrobiłem błąd.
Perhaps I should cast Accio to get that frame out of the way first.
Jak mam usunąć z drogi tę ramę?
Accio.
Okej, chyba wiem.
Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Reparo.
Okej. Spadło mi się delikatnie. Czy tu jest jakaś drabina, coś takiego? Okej, szalik z emblematem. Czyli w sumie dobrze, że spadliśmy. Wyszło nam na plus. Teraz wracamy tam i podnosimy to. Już mniej więcej wiem, jak to zrobić.
Incendio. Levioso. Accio.
Tak.
Levioso.
That did the trick.
Nie no, to nie było przyjemne. Jeszcze nie ogarniam do końca tych
This
skilli,
must be
ale...
the way. I need to find a way to open that gate.
Incendio.
Proste. To trzeba podpalić.
Something smells sweet. Must be close to Honeydukes.
Dobra. A, że musi poszukać
Revelio.
gospodnika. Ja dobra, tam już się nie wracam.
Reparo.
4 jeszcze raz, nie 4 tylko.
Revelio.
Nie ma tutaj już nic.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Honeydukes. I can smell the chocolate. Now, where would I find the dried billywig stings for Gareth?
Revelio.
Gdzie jest, przyjacielu, twój składnik, którego potrzebujesz?
I have the dried billywig stings. Now back to Gareth. I can only imagine how his new recipe's going to turn out.
Mam wrażenie, że coś tam będzie. Dobre. Okej, jesteśmy w mieście. Szybka mapa. Mapa Hogwartu. Teleportujemy się, oddajemy koledze misję. Koledze. Miejmy nadzieję, że nie będzie się więcej od nas. Dobra, proszę. Bądź w miarę blisko. Nie chcę łóżka.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Ja już jestem na przygodzie, a ty?
Hello
Masz.
again. Were you able to get to Honeydukes?
Hello, Gareth. I have those dried billywig things.
You got them! Incredible.
Getting them was more work than I expected. I'd like to be paid for my time.
Of course. Didn't think it would be that much trouble, but I'm happy to pay for your help. Thank you again. I'll let you know when I've brewed my first batch of fizzing whizbeer.
Okej. My oddaliśmy koledze żądła, ale za to dostaliśmy jakąś nagrodę. Jeśli obejrzeliście do końca, pamiętajcie o zostawieniu łapki w górę i subskrypcji. Dziękuję i do zobaczenia następnym razem. Cześć.